Maloelele kainga. Hello relatives. Happy San Mateo Pride. My name is Loa Niumeitolu. I'm Tongan, I'm Pacific Islander. And I'm gay and queer as F. Thank you to San Mateo Poet Laureate Eileen Casineto for inviting me to share a poem today. I want to give my deepest gratitude to the indigenous people of San Mateo County, the Ramaytush, Ohlone, and the Ohlone. And thank you to the Ramaytush, Ohlone Two Spirits for your love and your protection of us and stewarding the Two Spirit lifeways. I want to thank my Pacific Islander ancestors, Two Spirit ancestors, for giving me life and caring for me in this lifetime, and to the Melanesian and Micronesian and Polynesian ancestors. I also want to thank each one of your ancestors too, all those who are joining us. Thank you for your ancestors and thank you for your hard work that brings us all together here in 2021 San Mateo Pride. Awaking. That morning on the day you married my grandfather, nanetafuai afi, ke tuai vai milie, ke kau aki. She piled dry branches, ignited the last match to heat the rainwater for your bath, the girl from Kanokupolu. Ai ta'ahine me Kanokupolu. Siliva, manatui hono hingoa. Her name, Siliva, silver. Do you remember her, Grandma? You met at Mele, your mother's anga. On foot, she came with the women from Kanokupolu, Luelalo, to the capital city, to beat the mulberry bark smooth, paint the kubesi, and set 100 yards of ngatu to dry in the sun. Your dowry. Folding the last corner of tapa to be stored, the women returned to their families, and Siliva stayed to fish at Fa'aua and returned to your home in late afternoon with tukumisi and koloa'a. Kekiki aki ai hakamei naketu'u. She brought your favorite foods, sea urchins and clams, to eat with the breadfruit you had boiled in coconut cream. Oh, those were her ways. Those were her ways, Siliva. Patched the apuaka, the fence to keep the pigs in, worked all day, showed up at dark with toganaki of cassava, taro, and whole tusks of bananas, fixed the wagon wheels, and hauled coconuts to the copra board, returned after sunset with a bucket of salted beef, mended your dresses and embroidered your handkerchiefs, went to town, bringing back a bottle of cognac and a golden box of Benson and Hedges. You never talked to her, did you, Grandma? Although you were the same age, almost 19, each morning you went to Beto, where meals were prepared separately from the main house. The kettle already hot, filled with lemongrass, moinga lo, and Siliva, squatting, turning her back towards you, roasting hopa and nifi for your breakfast. On the morning on the day you married my grandfather, she gathered vai melie, sweet rainwater from the cisterns that flowed by the fragrant gagala to wash your hair. She held your long hair loosely with her left hand, chewed the tuitui moisinamoni in her mouth to a rich paste, and with her right hand rubbed the paste gently into your scalp, rinsed your hair, malu hononima, softly wiped water from your eyelids. When you opened your eyes, she had stepped out to leave you to bathe. They still talk about the royal guests and the gifts of cow, pig, and gie. The young doctor, your bridegroom. Grandma, please, Grandma, tell me how she got that name. Siliva, the one that is not gold. I would like to end with this poem, When We Tell, When We Tell. And this is a poem, it's it's two people, I'm a poet. But it says, Tongans in it. But as a Tongan, my spirit, my two-spiritness, my queerness is also included in this poem to all of you non-binary, trans, queer relatives. When we tell. I know English was brought by white people to our country, to our countries. But when we speak, when we slur that language like sinews of vine floss, extracting our teeth, grind it with coral and ironwood in our mouths. When we tell of the gritty taste, we've got to have a queer way of doing it. Mahalo, o whātuka inga.